more information, go to MotorCityJazz313@gmail.com in partnership with Ypsilanti Jazz Fest, sponsored by Downriver Community Federal Credit Union, Ecorse Public Schools, Downriver Bar and Grill, The Rollercade, All Season Lawn and Landscaping, FamCon Entertainment, KC Cigars, AAA, Lions Club International, and WJZD Radio Detroit. They were formed by the legendary Dr. Donald Byrd. The Blackbyrds are coming to Detroit with their 50th anniversary tour. Friday, July 14th, WJZD Radio Detroit presents the Blackbyrds at Masonic Temple. It's the Blackbyrds, one of the most important bands of our times, and they're coming with all of their hits. Friday, July 14th, WJZD Radio presents the Blackbyrds and their 50th anniversary tour. Tickets available at the Masonic Temple box office or online at boxofficeticketsales.com. The Blackbyrds are coming to the Masonic Temple in Detroit on July 14th at 7 p.m. Presented by your number one streaming station for jazz and R&B, WJZD Radio Detroit. It's the John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023. This year's lineup is bigger and better than ever before, featuring jazz, funk, and soul. Lynn Roundtree, Norman Brown, Alexander Zanjic, Alex Bouillon, Gerald Albright, Tim Bowman, Paula Atherton, Dwayne Parham, and of course, John E. Lawrence. It all happens at Ford Lake Park, 9075 Huron River Drive, Ypsilanti, Michigan, from 7 until 9 p.m. It's Jazz by the Lake for 10 weeks straight. The John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023, starting June 30th through September 9th. Every Friday, parking is just $5. The John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023. Don't you dare miss it. This message is for the guys, the type of man that makes a statement without saying a word. It's all about the way you dress. The City Warehouse is the place for real men who know style, from the casual to the boardroom to a formal evening out. The City Warehouse has what you need to make a statement without saying a word. The City Warehouse, 22851 Greenfield Road in Southfield. Call 248-569-8888. And when you've got the outfit just 3 doors down, step into style to purchase shoes made specifically to pair with your outfit at Kingsman Shoes. All of your favorite styles, from the softest calfskins to the finest reptiles. The Kingsman has it all. The Kingsman Shoes at 22755 Greenfield Road, just 3 doors down from the City Warehouse. Both stores open at 10 a.m. Friday and Saturday and 11 a.m. till 6 Monday through Thursday. Make a statement without saying a word. The City Warehouse and the Kingsman Shoes in Southfield, Michigan. We all get busy every day. There's work, the market, driving around town, and if you've got kids, you're the go-to person to make sure they're taken care of. You just want to relax, but there's a problem. Clothes on the bed, toys on the couch, rest is going to have to wait. It's time to call Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands personal concierge service. She'll bring order to your home with a deep cleaning that will leave your home spotless, fresh, and clean the way you like it. For your home or office, from top to bottom, Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands does laundry and even some small home repairs. You're busy. Call Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands at 947-985-8757. That's 947-985-8757. Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? Delron, my brother, what's going on? Good to see you up and with us this morning. Delron on vacation, see. He can chill today. I can't. I never can chill. Morning, Patricia Bijou, Phenomenal Mommy. Big Anthony over in KC is checking us out this morning. Oh, we got a great show for you guys today. Whoa. I'm going to get it started because we got a lot of stuff to cover. And for those of you who are just joining us, thank you for joining early because it is a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to be able to go back and reiterate what I'd already said. So I hope you guys are ready. Strap yourselves in. Great music on the way. Let's get started.
You've heard, now listen. WJZD Radio, Detroit.com.
Yes, it's that time once again. Good morning to you and all of you around the world. From one pole to the other, north to the south, that is. We are your favorite number one 24-hour streaming station that plays jazz and so much more. We are WJZDRadioDetroit.com. This is the Rise and Grind Morning, and I'm your guy, Don Allen, on a simply magnificent Wednesday morning. We're going to pair the beauty of this day with your favorite music to get your day started the right way. Plus, we're getting ready for the weekend, and it begins in Ecorse, Michigan. Right over at John Dingle Park at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it is the first annual Downriver Motor City Jazz Series this Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your coolers, bring a snack. There'll be food trucks on hand, I hope. But just in case, bring a little something to eat, okay? Brother might want a sandwich, you dig? But nobody cooks like you anyway, and I know y'all got some barbecue left over. John B., what's up? Didn't get a chance to kick it with John as much as we normally do during the day. He was busy, I was busy, and everybody was flying home, I guess. Big Anthony, what's happening, baby? Just reminding everybody here in Detroit that the Downriver Motor City Jazz Series this Saturday will be at 3 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your coolers, bring a snack, you know. On June 3rd, that's this Saturday, you'll be entertained by the RSVP All-Stars. Best way to start your summer, I'll be your MC. And the WJZD Radio family will be on hand, so you can come out and meet us all. What up, Corey? I already went off on Corey early this morning. You know, get a brother blood pressure up, you know what I'm saying? But it's all in love. But you can also, when you come out this Saturday, you can get a WJZD Radio t-shirt, a water bottle, a coffee mug. We know how to get your summer started, and it starts this Saturday in Ecorse, Michigan, 4459 West Jefferson Avenue at 3 p.m. And I want to see you out there. Yeah, you. Yeah, you, the one that's looking at me, you. I want to see you, okay? Speaking of getting started on the way musically this hour, we're hearing right now music from Down to the Bone. It's called Little Smile. Also on the way, music from Babyface. My man Nick Smith, the Yellow Jackets. We'll go into a break, and coming out, every song that you're going to hear after the break is related to summertime, okay? So strap yourselves in. I've got some Isley Brothers, Impromptu, Paula Atherton, Michael Franks, Cool in the Gang, so you already know what it is. And well, the last one is designed to pump you up, so I ain't going to tell you what the last song is. Okay? Stay with us. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And I hope you are ready for it. Ready or not, it's already here. I have had prayer. That's probably why I'm running a little behind, because my pastor does a nationwide, worldwide Zoom call. What's up, D-Web? How you doing, baby? In and out. Look at it. Just like, peace, I'm out. Yeah, but, and I'm always on the prayer call every Wednesday morning. He does it at 6 o'clock his time, which is 7 o'clock our time. Then he does another one an hour later. And I think he does several more throughout the morning. My pastor's a praying man. Yeah, you know I will. I'll see you, John, if you ain't already there. Mo B, what's up, baby? Oh, my favorite flight attendant. Coffee, tea, or what you need. Welcome to the Rise and Grind. Now it's time to get into today's hot topic. Yes, I'm starting it a little bit early. I gave you a little teaser on Monday, and this is fascinating. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. It's about a gentleman, his girlfriend, and her daughter. He affectionately calls her his stepdaughter. Now, the guy and his girlfriend are not married. However, the gentleman has clearly been with her for quite an extended period of time. I say this because he has moved both of them into his big, spacious home. And he has brought the young lady, whom he refers to, like I said, as his stepdaughter, a new car. And he has paid for her college. Got her the car so she can go to and from school. LaShawn, good morning. Yeah, come on home for Juneteenth. Time for you to come home anyway. Now, are you with me so far? We got a guy, we got his girlfriend, and we got the daughter, which he calls stepdaughter. He has been in the girl's life for a long period of time. He's been in her life for a long period of time. So much so that she is in college, so he bought her a car. He paid for her college, and he paid for her car. Now that you've got somewhat of a picture of the setting, before I get into the brass tacks about this whole thing, first allow me to say that I nor any of you are no one's judge. So please refrain from insults and foul language, okay? This is really serious. However, since it was placed on the social media, you are entitled to your opinion. That being said, let's continue. It has come to pass that the stepdaughter is going to get married on August 8th. Naturally, the stepdaughter and the mother are consumed by the excitement and preparation of it all. Also, I might add that the stepdaughter's biological father has not contributed anything to his daughter. Not anywhere in this story does he say the real father has done anything. He has not contributed. He comes over, he makes a bunch of empty promises, and then leaves the kid brokenhearted. Has done that pretty much all throughout this whole scenario, or maybe her whole life. I don't know. Michelle Smith, good morning. Okay, now, the dad hasn't done anything. He hasn't contributed. No school, no support of any kind. According to the gentleman, that's partially the mother's fault because she didn't fight for any support. On a side note, why should she have to fight for any support? It's his daughter too, and he shouldn't have to be forced into doing anything. He should want to do it. That's his kid. And empty promises don't cut it, but that's a different story. That is not part of the story. So stay with me here. According to the narration, the biological father has only been around and make empty promises, and he never kept them. He'd leave the daughter brokenhearted, but she still adores him, okay? She loves her real father, and that's where a lot of things are. The gentleman has offered his spacious home as a location for the wedding. This house is huge. It holds approximately 250 people, so it's a pretty big house. Now, the gentleman made a request during the planning of the wedding. He asked that only 20 of his friends, his close friends, Carmichael, good morning, 20 of his close friends be invited to the wedding. So that means, 230 people will be all for the bride and groom. It's his house, and he's paying for everything. He's paying for the wedding. He done paid for your college. He done paid for your car, moved you and your mama into the house. Yes, he moved them into the house. So, he's trying to assume the position of head of the household, okay? And he loves his kid. It's apparent. Michelle Christine, good morning. Adrian, what's up, baby? Okay. So, things are starting to progress here. He made a request to 20 people that he wanted to invite. After all, he's paying for it, and it's his house, so it seems reasonable, okay? So the weekend comes, and he runs into one of his buddies while playing golf. That he had invited him. He said, well, you're going to be at the wedding. I'll see you at the wedding. So the friend tells him he never got an invitation. He only got an announcement. So they were going back and forth. He says, when he inquired about his guest, here's where it gets really ugly. When he inquired with the kid's mother and the daughter about his guest, they responded that none of them were invited. They said, and I quote, 250 people was a little tight, so you wouldn't be able to get your guests into the wedding. They said if any of her guests didn't RSVP, then they'll try to squeeze in some of his guests. So the gentleman was naturally upset, but he's gonna roll with it. He was like, "There's more." When the gentleman checked they went to the caterer to check the food that they had ordered. He said that I think 4 or 5 dishes he could not even eat because he is allergic, and they did know that, and they didn't take that into consideration at all. So they just ousted him, even though he's paying for it. Okay, so when he checked the invitations, his name wasn't on the invitations. His name, the guy paying for it, in his house, wanted to pay for college, paid for the car, and all the rest of this stuff. His name is not even on the invitations. They listed the biological father and the gentleman's girlfriend, keeping in mind that the gentleman paid for the invitations. Donna Mitchell, what's going on, baby? Dean Adams, my brother, when you coming back to the city? Now, for those of you just joining us, I stumbled across this on social media, and this is, I don't know if it's true, but this guy gives a very detailed detailed illustration of what went on. He has a girlfriend, and she has a daughter. And he's been around the daughter and the girlfriend for a while. He has moved them into his house. He has paid for the girlfriend's daughter's car. He has paid for her college. And he is about to pay for her wedding. Okay? Mo B says that's just rude. I haven't even got done yet. It gets better. A few days later, the gentleman hosts a bridal party at his house. The gentleman and girlfriend and stepdaughter and the groom's parents and assorted others. Then a surprise guest shows up at this man's house. It's the biological father. And a few moments later, the stepdaughter stands up, tinks on the glass. Tink, 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 can I have your attention, please? Thank you very much. And she stands up and announces that her biological father will be giving her away at the wedding. Now, at that point, the gentleman is just outraged, but he keeps his cool. Now he's paying for the wedding. He's bought her car. He's paid for college. He's given the wedding in his house. And everyone is so happy and smiling. And yeah, that is just wonderful. Dad is coming back to give his daughter away for the wedding at somebody else's bill. At that point, the gentleman has finally had enough. He's had enough. He stood up and gave a toast as well. He said he owed the bride and groom a deep debt of gratitude. He'd like to congratulate them both for opening his eyes. He thanked them for letting him know that his position in this family was not what he thought it was. He is not the godfather. He is not the head of the household. And the fact that things got serious when he said he wasn't the godfather nor the head of the family, and that he thought he was. He said he realized that he was the ATM, and so he announced that he has been replaced as host, and he would not be there, and neither would his money or his house. By the way, I neglected to mention, I did tell you guys about the food. So my question to you guys, was he wrong? Was he wrong for that? Vicky Howard Terry, how you doing this morning, baby? Donna Mitchell this morning. My man, Dean Adams. One of these days, Dean, when I learn how to play golf, I'm going to come play with you. But my question for you guys is wrong. Is he wrong? Because there's more. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. What would you do if you have a woman, she's got a daughter. Adrian said, heck no. And Adrian's being polite. Good job. Bonus dad. Good morning. What would you do? Guys, if you had a woman or a girlfriend and she had a daughter, and if you and your girlfriend have been together and you kind of grew attached to the kid, or you've seen her come up, she's going to be a good young lady and she's going to be struggling, she's going to college, she wants to go to college, so you step up, you've got financial ability to do so, you pay for her college, you pay for her car, and tell y'all what, we're going to be a family, so I'm going to move you into my house, my big spacious mansion. We can house 250 people in here, you know. I'm lucky to get 25 in my crib, you know. And that's a crowd. But and she wants to get married, and you're paying for the wedding as father of the bride because you want to assume that role. You pay for the food, which you can't eat. You're using your house. You know, Patricia said her blood is boiling. And Carol Stacks, good morning to you. Welcome to the Rise and Grind. Yeah, and it Craig, CC Ryder, what's up, baby? You're paying for the food. You're paying for the invitations. You only request that 20 of your guests be able to attend. At the bridal dinner, Deborah says, no, nada. He's within his rights to cancel on everything. John B says, piss me off and spend the money on something else. Adrian said he handled it well. I would have jumped out of the pocket. The hood in me would have come out. I heard everyone else will too. You know, and well said. You know, and I think then, and I feel you guys, I feel exactly the way you do. However, if you go to my Facebook page, there is a post. It's a split screen. The same guy is on the left is on the right. The guy on the right is telling the story. And after he's done telling the story, then the guy on the left speaks up, which is the same guy, and he says the reason why he was wrong. I'm not even going to get into that part because this is why I say communication is key in every relationship. Don't just talk about the good things that you're going to do. Be able to address the bad issues as well, or the issues that could possibly culminate into a really bad situation. Michelle Smith says it sounds like the stepfather didn't speak with the daughter to see what her wishes are. I think he was wrong and should have taken it as a loss, unfortunately. And I agree with you as well, because one thing for sure, I'm gonna piggyback on what Michelle said. Please understand, I told you earlier that she adores her daddy, her biological father. She adores him. And no matter how hard you try, guys, and this goes in reverse too, no matter how hard you try, if you meet a woman and she's got children, you cannot take the place of the biological father. I don't care what you do. The kids cannot be bought. They love the man they first laid eyes on, the man that helped teach them how to walk. Even if he was not there and he came over and made a bunch of grandiose promises that he never kept, they will still love him. Okay? Oh yeah, let me put something else on this. As a result, he did end the relationship. He did tell the girlfriend and her daughter to leave his house. And after review, the gentleman offered his mistakes to the viewers. Once again, you have to go to my Facebook page. You will see that. Tiffany said poor communication on both sides. Adrian says she should have asked her biological father to foot her finances. Actually, that should have been done. You know, because to me, from one angle, it looks like the girlfriend and the mother were kind of just, well, you know, he's going to pay for all of this. He offered, hey. But I think it was inappropriate for them to, you know, not say anything and just surprise him with daddy's home, you know, and he going to walk me down the aisle. Candy Jackson, good morning, baby. How you doing? We have had the discussion. Anthony says he should have spoken with the biological dad and the mom to coordinate plans and costs. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%, Anthony. Candy, if you missed any of this, I'm going to run it back down. Let's see how much time I got on this, because we're going to be on this for an hour. I've only got 2 minutes on this record. Then we're going to go into the stop set, coming back with all songs related to summer. Patricia says she obviously is being taught by her mother how to mistreat a good man. Indeed. Yeah, and see, that brings up another question. Thank you for that, Patricia. What kind of example is this mother setting for her daughter, you know, knowing that her man who has invited you to live in his house with his daughter has been paid for your college, your new car, paying for your wedding, all the food, all the invitations, and y'all know this stuff is not cheap. What kind of example are you setting? What up, though, No Greater One? That's got to be my man, Tyrone. Yes, sir. I hope you guys have been listening. For those of you just joining us, I just painted a picture for you guys, and this is on my Facebook page. Swear to God. Go to my Facebook page, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. He does it with such energy. I'm not even sure if it's real, but if it is real, my heart does go out to him and the family. But at the end of the day, what's up, Paula Clark? Barbara, how are you this morning? Tell you guys what. I got a minute left, minute 23. Tiffany Irvin, this is just one layer of dysfunction. It is exactly just that. See what happens when you don't communicate in a relationship? When you try to take that relationship to another level, the dirt is eventually going to come out and show its ugly head. When you don't communicate effectively in your relationships, problems like this will occur. Be More, what's up? My man Vince with us. Bruce Moore, all the mores, the more the merrier. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. Get your water, get your coffee, get your juice. You see, I got my smoothie. This is spinach, banana, protein, and a little bit of Slim Fast. Incidentally, don't forget you can join me this Saturday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Ecorse, Michigan. We kick off the summer at the Downriver Detroit Motor City Jazz Festival with the RSVP band. I'll be your MC. Come on out, grab yourself a t-shirt, a water bottle, a coffee mug. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's going to be sunny and it's going to be hot, and I'm going to be ready. Be right back with more music right here on the Rise and Grind Morning, WJZD Radio Detroit.com. WJZD Radio Detroit.com, inside the Rise and Grind Morning, where you get the best of jazz in all of its colors, be it traditional, smooth jazz, fusion jazz, classic jazz, R&B, and so much more. You get it right here. Tell all of your friends about us and share us on Facebook. This is WJZD Radio Detroit.com. There's jazz all over the city of Detroit, and this summer it's heading south. It's the Downriver Motor City Jazz Series. BAMCon Entertainment presents the Downriver Motor City Jazz Series at John Dingle Park, 4459 West Jefferson Avenue in Ecorse, Michigan. It's live jazz Saturday, June 3rd with the Detroit RSVP All-Stars. On June 10th, it's Dwayne Parham with Eric Watson. And on June 17th, it's the Kenneth Gill Ensemble. For more information, go to motorcityjazz313@gmail.com in partnership with the Ypsilanti Jazz Fest, sponsored by Downriver Community Federal Credit Union, Ecorse Public Schools, Downriver Bar and Grill, The Rollercade, All Season Lawn and Landscaping, BAMCon Entertainment, KC Cigars, AAA, Lions Club International, and WJZD Radio Detroit. They were formed by the legendary Dr. Donald Byrd. The Blackbyrds are coming to Detroit with their 50th anniversary tour. Friday, July 14th, WJZD Radio Detroit presents the Blackbyrds at Masonic Temple. It's the Blackbyrds, one of the most important bands of our times, and they're coming with all of their hits. Friday, July 14th, WJZD Radio presents the Blackbyrds and their 50th anniversary tour. Tickets available at the Masonic Temple box office or online at boxofficeticketsales.com. The Blackbyrds are coming to the Masonic Temple in Detroit on July 14th at 7 p.m. Presented by your number one streaming station for jazz and R&B, WJZD Radio Detroit. This message is for the guys, the type of man that makes a statement without saying a word. It's all about the way you dress. The City Warehouse is the place for real men who know style, from the casual to the boardroom to a formal evening out. The City Warehouse has what you need to make a statement without saying a word. The City Warehouse, 22851 Greenfield Road in Southfield. Call 248-569-8888. And when you've got the outfit just 3 doors down, step into style to purchase shoes made specifically to pair with your outfit at Kingsman Shoes. All of your favorite styles, from the softest calfskins to the finest reptiles. The Kingsman has it all. The Kingsman Shoes at 22755 Greenfield Road, just 3 doors down from the City Warehouse. Both stores open at 10 a.m. Friday and Saturday and 11 a.m. till 6 Monday through Thursday. Make a statement without saying a word. The City Warehouse and the Kingsman Shoes in Southfield, Michigan. It's the John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023. This year's lineup is bigger and better than ever before, featuring jazz, funk, and soul. Lynn Roundtree, Norman Brown, Alexander Zanjic, Alex Bouillon, Gerald Albright, Tim Bowman, Paula Atherton, Dwayne Parham, and of course, John E. Lawrence. It all happens at Ford Lake Park, 9075 Huron River Drive, Ypsilanti, Michigan, from 7 until 9 p.m. It's Jazz by the Lake for 10 weeks straight. The John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023, starting June 30th through September 9th. Every Friday, parking is just $5. The John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series 2023. Don't you dare miss it. This is the Rise and Grind Morning with your man, Don Allen. Somebody asked me, what's in my smoothie? There's banana, there's spinach, that's why it's green. I got a little protein powder in there. And I always throw a little bit of Slim Fast in there. It gives that milkshake sort of flavor to it, and it fights the cravings. And I told you guys, I have lost, since last September to this day, I've lost about 63 pounds. And had to go out and buy all new gear. That's why you hear me playing that City Warehouse spot. Men's Warehouse right on Greenfield at 10 Mile, I believe, 9 Mile, 9 Mile. Greenfield and 9 Mile. Go in there, fellas. Get your gear ready for the summer because they got to ask for Mercedes. She'll hook a brother up too. And she will not let you dress just like me. She will give you another outfit because I told her, don't be hooking folks up like if you do. If I go out and I see somebody wearing the same thing I'm wearing, we're going to have a problem. Okay. It's right next to Lou's Deli. Good morning, Thomas Wright, Delphine, that's my big sister. Tracy Jones, LaShawn Carr, everybody. Andrea Phillips is with us this morning. My man Dean is with us. Paula Clark, Vince Moore. We have been talking about, we have been talking about a situation I found on Facebook. Not sure if it's true. It could be fictional. If it is, I haven't named any names. And I did ask that you guys refrain from, you can give your opinion, but let's not judge people, okay? You know, we are nobody's judge. I am nobody's judge. Hey, what he eats don't make me fat. Good morning, Anitra, Michelle Smith. Thank you so much. And yeah, I feel so much better. I just changed my lifestyle. I started going to the gym. First, I started with 5 days a week. I went down to 4 days a week. Now I'm at 3 days a week, and I'm just maintaining. My doctor says, Don, eat whatever you want. Now you lost the weight. So I went out and went shopping. But getting back to what I was saying, gentlemen, now for those of you just joining us, I'm going to bring you up to speed. Guy meets girl. Girl has daughter. There's daddy in the picture too, but he don't do nothing. He has not supported his child. He comes in, he makes really, really bad promises and never follows through. You all know the kind of guy I'm talking about. As the story goes, the guy who met the girl, who has the daughter, he moves them into his huge house. He likes the kid. You know, he's trying to assume the role of the head of the household. So as such, he has the means to do so. He says, you want to go to college? I'll pay for it. Tell you what, I'll get you a car. He bought her a car too. He paid for her college, paid for the car, has moved them in. Later on in the story, he says that she's getting married. Okay, well, as head of the household, father of the bride, which he is assuming, please understand, we're assuming that he is head of household. He's got to pay for this stuff. That's what head of household does. You know, so they start making plans. Oh, you're going to get it. We're going to have it. He was like, why don't you have it here? It's a big mansion. It'll hold 250 people. He said, I only got one problem. Or one question, one request. I want to invite 20 people, 20 of my guests. Is that cool? And nobody said anything. They go out. They start planning. They're making invitations. They're ordering food. And they're doing all of this stuff. Well, the guy runs into one of his buddies at the golf course. And he's like, well, I see you at the wedding, right? You're going to be there. He's like, well, I haven't received an invitation. I got an announcement, but I didn't get an invitation. He was like, no. You were on the list. So they go back and forth, and they go to his car where the announcement was, and sure enough, there was no invitation. So when he confronts the girlfriend and the stepdaughter, which he affectionately calls her, they said, well, it was kind of tight, so none of your guests were invited. None of your guests were invited to the wedding. If any of our people don't RSVP, we can squeeze some of yours in, which kind of pissed him off, understandably so. Then he finds out they go to the caterers, and half the food that they ordered, he can't eat because he is allergic to the food. And they knew that. They must have known it, or because I'm sure it came up, you living in my house, well, I can't eat this and I can't eat that. And please, if you're going to put it in there, put it in some sort of container. I'm sure that kind of came up, but I'm assuming. See what happens when you assume? So, during the bridal, getting to know you party that they have, the groom's parents are there, the bridal party is there, and assorted friends. And one other guest shows up, and that is the father of the bride, the biological father, the one who never follows through. Now, she adores this man, even though he has not contributed one dime. Okay, so the daughter stands up, tinks on the glass. Can I have everyone's attention, please? I'd like to make a special announcement. Thank you all for coming and blah, 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 blah. I want to let you guys know that my father will be giving me away at the wedding. Okay, now the boyfriend is incensed. He is paying for all of this. And it finally came to a head where he stood up and he made an announcement and said, I want to thank you all for opening my eyes to the fact that I'm in the position that I thought that I was in. I am not the head of the household. I am not, the godfather. So with that being said, since I'm allegedly paying for this, I am not going to be at the wedding and I'm not paying for any of this. And I'm pretty sure I would like for all of y'all to get the hell out of my house line came in a little later, And then shortly, Corey said, bartender, cancel that order. But you see what happens when you don't communicate effectively? Now, later on, if you go to my Facebook page, it's a split screen. It's the same guy on both sides. He says why he was wrong because I told you earlier in the story, the girl adores her father, adores him, even though he did nothing for her. I'm kind of stressing that. But he didn't follow through on a lot of things. He didn't handle his fatherly duties, quote unquote. But he was the biological father. She adored him. That goes to show you guys that, and girls, that your spouse or significant other, if they have kids and them kids adore the other parent because they are blood, that they are the first thing that probably was seen, even if they weren't the first thing that were seen, if there's an attachment, a biological attachment there, and no amount of money, no amount of time spent, no amount of I love yous, you're not there to replace the parent. Please understand it. Noel Love, so glad you could make it, baby. And I wish this show is going to be reposted, so please go back and listen to it. But understand that no amount of money, time spent, I don't care what you do, you are not there to replace the biological parent. Okay? You can only be there to, advise at best. Now whether you choose to buy cars, pay for college, pay for weddings, that's on you. And so was he wrong in stepping back? I think he was not wrong because of the fact that I think they should have discussed it. Him and his girlfriend and the daughter should have discussed it, and they should have included the biological father in on that discussion as well as to what role everybody was going to pay and play and what was going to be paid and by whom. Okay, so it was their fault because mom didn't set a really good example for the daughter, and homeboy just assumed that he's going to be new daddy, So at the end of the day, it's hard for me to call one on that one. I don't have kids. I don't have, for those of you who didn't know, I don't have children and I'm not married. And I'm just single. Now let's get back to the more music. This is the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Every song that you will hear from now to the top of the hour is all about summer, baby. And I couldn't think of a better one than this one. Do you agree with me? Nothing like a summer breeze, and we're going to get plenty of them, even though it's springtime in the Motor City. From now to the top of the hour, every song has the word summer in it. Good morning, Noel Love. Patricia says, as I said before, it's okay, but she adores her father, but not okay to disrespect this man. And I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more, dear. And we have to be more considerate. Barbara says, thanks for clearing that up. 2 different people told this story. I believe it happened. I believe it do. If it hasn't happened in that particular situation, I know it's happened before. Corey says words like keep your game up, show some respect, give Caesar what is Caesar's. See, Corey always speaking in parables. But you have to understand, if you don't communicate, You're going to, not bound to, you're going to run into situations like this. That's why you have to sit down. You have to have uncomfortable conversations. And I think, you know what? That's what Friday's show is going to be about. It's Freestyle Friday. Let's talk about uncomfortable conversations. And why don't you guys think about some uncomfortable conversations that you would like to bring to the forefront? Let me know about them. I'll be right here on the air, and I'm not scared of none of y'all. So I tell you what, we will talk about it. We need to learn how to communicate more effectively so we can enjoy the summer breeze. On the way for the rest of this hour, every song has the word summer in it. Coming up next, my boys, Impromptu, Summer Nights. Also, Paula Atherton's Summer Song. Michael Franks delivers Dragonfly Summer. And Summer Madness, you know I gotta do that. And yeah, I'm gonna do Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince too. Tyrone says, I don't think that he was wrong, but I do think his expectations as far as where his place was in her life is where he misjudged. Also, there's still a huge disrespect and disregard by the mother. Absolutely, Ty. There's a lot of this falls, from my point of view, it doesn't fall on the daughter because she's only doing what she was taught. She's seen her mother do this. She's seen it from somewhere. It falls a lot on the mother, and it falls a lot on the boyfriend, and it damn sure falls on the dad who ain't got a quarter in his pocket. How could you show up at a millionaire's house? I don't even... Pride cometh before a fall, you know. You have to understand that if we don't talk to each other about these things, see, they did everything except talk to each other. They went willy-nilly spending this man's money, and nobody stopped to think that, are you gonna tell him that your daddy gonna walk you down the aisle? You gotta have that conversation with him. That should have been the mother. I mean, come on, keep it real. We spending this man's money like we printing it, and you didn't even tell him? That's the one pride, one wonderful feeling that man had, was to be able to walk you down the aisle. Since he didn't mention whether he had kids of his own, which he probably did not, but he assumed, as did everyone here, except the mother. The mother had in the back of her mind, no, we spending all this man's money, and it's like he's not even here. He can't eat the food, he can't bring no guests, and he can't walk my daughter down the aisle on her special day, the day that he made possible. Money only magnifies a person's true character. Well, but is that, in this situation, phenomenal mommy? The fact that he had the money, it does not negate from the girlfriend and the mother's responsibility to at least say, before any of this went down, listen, we love you, but that's my real daddy, and I really want him to walk me down the aisle. Or, you know, we could have did a pass play. We could have had the stepdaddy, let's call him stepdaddy, had him walk her halfway and had the real daddy pick her up and then run the rest of the way in for the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Regina Rankin. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. Carol Stack says since he's doing it for the daughter, then he should have just done it. But from that point on, put them out if he can't come to clear understanding. I'm not sure about that one. If I'm going to put you out, why the hell would I pay for everything else? You know what I'm saying? Once again, uncomfortable conversations. Quit brushing stuff under the rug. If I got to face the storm, Lord, let me be strong enough to face it. I can handle it. I can. See, this is why I choose to be painfully truthful. Because I may tell you some stuff that might hurt your feelings, but you can always rest assured that I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. I will soften it as much as possible, but, I will soften as best I can or use a little more tact as best I can, but I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like what I'm going to tell you, and I do care. It's not that I don't care. I want you to know that Don is going to give you the truth at all times. Because, let me tell you, throughout my 63 years, I have told a lot of lies. I ain't going to lie to you. I have told a lot of them, and they never worked out. Looking back over my life, if I could take all the lies back, I really would. Damn, that's a lot of lies. But I prayed on it, and God forgave me. So if you don't forgive me, I can get over that. As long as my God forgave me, I can move ahead. Moving forward, I choose to tell the truth. I'm never going to lie to you. Even if it makes me look bad, rest assured, I'm going to give it to you straight. Now, let any politician try to make that statement. Tyrone says the mother was 100% wrong and knew exactly what she was doing. It's obvious she never intended to have his guests attend the wedding. He should definitely sever the relationship with her if he didn't. I believe he told her and her daughter to get out of the house. He did put them out, and he did not pay for the wedding. And I'd have had her leave that damn car in the driveway too. Give me the keys and the registration here.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Noel Love says, I agree. Just communicate maturely about it as adults/parents. Together, they could have figured that out and presented it better. It's not all about the money, but love and respect for one another is a must.
Sharing our ice cream.
And she used the word love because her last name is Love. I love that. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. Your man, Don Allen, is here with you on a wonderful Wednesday. Please stay hydrated today. Drink some water. Take a bottle of water with you. If I see you on the side of the road, I'm going to have to hook around and stop, give you some water, and get you up. I'm not putting you in the truck because you're dirty now. You've been up on the ground. But you have to be honest. You have to communicate effectively. I hate seeing, and this goes two ways again, women who use men and men who use women. No games. Tracy says, right, no games. I ain't with that BS. Ever. My peace of mind is way too important. Barbara says, deceitful relationships are deadly. That mother has been using that man for years. He just realized it during the wedding planning. Oh, safe. That's why I love Barbara. Barbara comes straight to the point. Because if it's just now coming out,
My sunny days.
it happened it started a long time ago.
But I'll survive. It's hard to do.
He might have been a little whipped too. She probably put it on him one good time, a couple of good times for that kind of reaction.
One summer night.
And forgive me for thinking, it all bases itself in sex, but it had to start somewhere. Simona, how you doing, baby? Welcome to the Rise and Grind. We have been talking about what happens when you deceive. It's gonna come out. I don't care what you do. And see, if you deceive me, here's my thing. You deceive me, you better hope I find out early enough in the game. Because what happens is, if I find out early, okay, I'm like, okay, that's your game? Okay, have fun with that. I'm out. Boom, I'm gone. But if it goes 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 years down the road, and I'm just finding out, and I look back on my life and say, you wasted 6 years of my freaking life, and you over here BSing me, and I'm picking up the tab. Ooh. It get ugly then. Barbara said, yep, she did that. Michelle Smith says, I agree, Miss Barbara. You're right, Don. We grown up on, we grown. Exactly, we grown folks. See, can I speak frankly with all you guys? Forgive my language what I'm about to say, and Corey knows I say this all the time, as does Waldo, as does anybody who has been on WJZD Radio, Detroit.com. I always say grown folks do grown folks shit. When I say that, don't just take it lightly. Understand what I'm saying. If you've grown, do the right thing, and you don't have to worry about repercussions. Don't go into something with ulterior motives. Clearly, from my standpoint, which don't amount to a hill of beans. From my standpoint, they had an ulterior motive going in. The mom did, and the mom passed it right on to the daughter. We're going to get him to pay for every dime. Watch and see what I say. I got this. Somewhere I heard that conversation going on between the mom and daughter. How to make it better? All you got to do is communicate and be honest. Say, listen, baby girl wants to get married, and her father doesn't have the money to finance it, and we got a real problem. The problem here is, I know you want to walk her down the aisle, but she wants her dad to walk her down the aisle. I'm like, first of all, that ain't her dad. That's her father. Or is it the other way around? I'm the father. He's the dad. See, or which one is the one that takes care of business and handles? I think both of them does. You see? Because my dad, can I be honest with you guys? I always said I'll be honest with you. My dad wasn't always around when I was being raised. My mom raised me. But see, my God, being the infinite God that he is, he provided me a dad. And he's staying right over in Warren right now. He's retired. His name is Benny Phipps. And that man, when I was 13 years old, God saw I needed a father figure. So he put Benny in my life. Benny taught me and my brother Kerry the meaning of being a man. Because see, it'd take a real man to take on a wife who has children, and I said children, raise them up, and the children's best friend being me. And he taught me and Kerry what it meant to be a man, the responsibilities of being a man. Because if you're going to be a father, you got to be there from the second that child opens his eyes. You got to feel that love, and you got to know you want to put your life on the line no matter what. So I don't care what these deadbeat dads say. If you ain't handling your business, I can't be around you. I just can't. You have children and you're letting them be hungry. Let me tell you something. If you have a child and that child is hungry, that child eats before you do. Am I right? Am I going too far? Let me know, because I don't have kids. But I'm going to tell you, if I did have one, even if I would adopt a child, that child's hungry, that child eats before Don eats. That child has everything that I didn't have, but, good morning, Burdell. Every parent wants their child to have things they didn't have, but you must also give your child things that they need. That being education, morals, value. Teach them the meaning and the definition of integrity. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Regina. Me and Regina go way, way, way back. Back when I had a crush on her, we was kids. She didn't know. But it's important. Values. Are we giving kids values today? Can they even spell the word value? That question comes into mind. This is music from Michael Franks, Dragonfly Summer. All the songs have had the word summer in it.
Deep in July,
I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful,
floating by,
wonderful,
keeps us busy.
wonderful Wednesday. Oh, wow. And looking at my clock, I'm going to be 10 minutes late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, let's see. I'm going to cut the next song out, and we're going to go directly into the top of the hour. Okay? I want you guys to think about what happened with this guy, and understand that. Let's get rid of all of that. Understand that if we don't do something, was it his fault? Yeah, it was his fault. Was it her fault? Of course it was her fault. Was it the kid's fault? Maybe. I got to give the kid a pass because she can only respond to what her parents are telling her. The dad wasn't around to tell her a damn thing. And the mom was not leading her in the right direction. If you're going to be a parent, please understand that you have to be able to lead these children. Their minds are an open book. It's like a blank canvas. And you, my friend, are the painter. You are the artist. You decide what goes into that little mind, what stays there. Yeah, it's good to make your kids go to school, and they'll learn the basics there, but they learn how to be a good person from you. From you. Okay, let me go back and read. Let's see.
In the pool, deep in dragonfly summer.
Tyrone said, you're going to be driving them hush puppies you've got on, not this car. That's right, leave the car in the driveway. I don't forget that. Leave that coat. I bought that.
Stay cool.
Tiffany Urban says, but somehow I believe many children are experiencing life and learning through the internet. Yes, they are. And see, that too is the parents' fault, because parents have to learn how to take time out their busy schedules. I know you want to strive and buy the house and take the kids on vacations and this and that and that and this, and I'll get back to that in a second, but you have to take time out to be with your children. My mom was a single mom. Let me tell you something about my mom, Sarah Garrison. This woman raised 3 boys from the east side of Detroit, brought them to the west side, from the west side to the northwest side, because I was 8 years old when the riots over there on Dexter and Davidson was happening. I saw it all. She saw it too. She was like, I got to get my family out of here, get my boys out of here. She took us way over on the northwest side, 7 Mile Greenfield area, and we were kids. We didn't know white kids, black kids. We were raised people of people, you know, and she taught us. She also took us, made it her business on a single woman's salary back then, which was not easy. She took us to Vanelli's, took us to the top of the Sheraton for the restaurant, Sheraton Cadillac Hotel, just to experience and know how to behave in fine dining situations. And I was a kid, I was 6, but I remember this. If you put all this good stuff into your kids, they will not forget. They will remember you forever. You have to take time and expose your children to what life is like beyond city limits. Show them the finer things in life. You may not be able to afford all of that. Okay, well, fine. Sit down at your own dining room table and say, we're going to show you something. I'm going to show. Do you realize that I go out quite a bit. There are a lot of people out there don't know how to hold a damn knife and fork. It's pathetic. And yeah, I said it. They don't know. You ever seen people hold a fork like this? It's disgusting. And then when they try to cut some steak, it's the funniest thing in the world. Watch a person who does not know how to hold a knife and fork cut a piece of steak. It's amazing. I'm like, where the hell have you been?
Deep in dragonfly summer.
The fork is a utensil to hold meat in place. The knife is a utensil to cut meat. It's simple. But a lot of people haven't been exposed to that. And that's part of the adults. That's the parents' fault. It is what it is. Listen, guys, we got one more song. I had to cut a song, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's my pleasure. I'm going to leave you with this note. Summertime is just around the corner. Well, actually, it's down the street, around the corner, across the street, over a block. And when it gets here, I want you to go out and have a great time. I want you guys also to come and join me Saturday in Ecorse, John Dingle Park.
Here it is, a group
It is.
transformed.
For the Downriver Motor City Downriver First Annual Jazz Series. I'll be your MC, and we have a good time. I promise you that. RSVP All-Stars are going to be on stage with me. They're going to be turning up.
Mix. And if
Bring your lawn chairs, bring your coolers, bring a little snack, because I might be hungry.
adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast.
I want you to have a great weekend. Make it a great day on purpose. Be the reason why somebody smiles today. As always, I want you to be a blessing to somebody who can't bless you back. But your mission today, I want you to work hard at this mission too. I want you to be so awesome that God himself smiles on you. And you will know, because you'll feel it right in your heart. You'll feel it. You just want to just say hallelujah. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's always my pleasure to be with you. I thank God every time I think about you. You know that? And I thank you guys for your support. I want you to support the folks who advertise with us. my man over at City Warehouse, the motor oil place, 70s oil motor car, 70s Valvoline oil change on John R. at 8 Mile Road. Also, all these events. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. We're the WJZD Radio Detroit.com will be sponsoring. We are giving our first major jazz concert. We are bringing the Blackbirds to downtown Detroit, Masonic Temple, July 14th at 8 p.m. You better be there. It's going to be awesome to the 15th power, okay? And guess what? I have invited all the former announcers from WJZZ, the WJZZ on the Boulevard. The guys used to be on the air with me over there. I invited them as my special guests. I hope they can all come. Some of them are out of town. Hey, it is what it is. But you get a chance to meet those guys. Come on down. Have a good time with us. I'll see you this Saturday, John Dingle Park, Ecorse, Michigan. Jazz Series kicks off, baby. Make it a good day on purpose. Do it with authority. Remember to make each day count. We
Y'all reminisce about the days growing up in the first person.
are WJZD Radio Detroit.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Walked off nostalgia. All the kids playing out front. Little boys messing around with the girls playing double dutch. While the DJ spinning a tune as the old folks dance at your family reunion. Then 6 o'clock rolls around. You just finished wiping your car down. It's time to cruise, so you go to the summertime hangout. It looks like a car show. Everybody come looking real fine, fresh from the barbershop and fly from the beauty salon. Every moment frontin' and maxin', chillin' in the car, they spend all day waxin', leaning to the side, but you can't speed through 2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you. There's an air of love and of happiness, and this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness.